Johnny, who were voted off the dance floor on Tuesday night. Are you sad or relieved that it's over? Kate, you first.
I go through different phases. Like, right now, I feel relieved because I'm starting to get some energy back, and I'm excited to get home and put my house and my kids back together. But different moments that I feel like they kicked me off of summer camp too soon. Like, I kept saying, can't we all just dance till the end of the summer, and then we'll say, bye, see you next summer. So I am really sad. I feel like I didn't get to learn what I needed to learn, but at the same time, the other dancers are so much better than me, and I love them all. And I told them before we went out at the end of the show, I said, I want to sacrifice myself. I want you guys to go on, because they, you know, they had the energy and the time and you know, what it took to do it. I was kind of distracted by everything in my life.
Well, a lot of the people do have dance backgrounds. Do you think, Tony, that you have a special circumstance almost? Because you really are...
I'm a special circumstance.
No, I mean, somebody that has no dance training, and so you have to choreograph these routines and really start from scratch. Does that
Absolutely. In fact, almost like teaching how to walk for the first time. But I was really pleased to get Kate, because I was able to show America that it doesn't matter how inadequate you feel and how much are you afraid of it, actually. You can still learn how to dance and still dance in front of 21 million viewers every Monday.
There was a lot of tension, though, in rehearsals. What was that all about? Was that just like, I mean, is that part of that playing for the cameras?
Kate, you actually broke Tony down, which we never thought we would see.
Well, the thing is, we had, that day you saw was a Wednesday, and Wednesdays were always the most stressful because you had just danced, everybody's exhausted. And then my fear, Tony was finally learning about, like, my Wednesday fear of, like, starting from scratch, learning a new dance, learning the rules of that dance. And that was a Wednesday, and I came in there that day and I was like, all right, I'm ready, teach me. And he was like, and we were just kind of, it was a weird communication. It was like 5 minutes, and everybody, it was like the drama behind the scenes, like everybody went through that. I just think that we had the privilege of seeing that every week.
So who'd you hate most on the show?
I didn't hate anyone. I loved everybody. We all got along great, contrary to...
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Because all we hear about is
I cried all day on Tuesday because I knew it was me, and I was saying, every Tuesday I said my goodbyes. Everybody got to the point where they were like, okay, Kate, enough. And by this Tuesday I was like, no, it really is me. And so I was like, they had to fix my makeup like 100 times, and I just didn't want to say, I miss them terribly. I'm in touch with a lot of the dancers, and I love everybody.
Who do you think's going to win?
Who I want to win is Aaron and Max.
Yeah.
Well, partly because Max is my best friend, so.
I love Aaron. I love Nicole. I love Pam. I love Evan. I love Jake. I loved everybody. I cried so hard when
Did Jake cry too?
Home.
Jake cries a lot.
I don't know if he cried. I don't know. I've never seen him really cry, but he had his share of he really wants it. I mean, they all really want it.
It's got to be tough, though, to be on this program and at the same time dealing with, you know, all these custody issues and, you know,
You had a lot of stuff going on. I mean...
I tried to warn Tony. When he got me, I was like, okay, let me just tell you about my life. Like, where do you start? And
how long did that take?
It actually... They're right in the middle. They're right in the middle.
And
you should have a booklet with you just hand over to someone. Like, just read up.
And then people wonder why I'll never date again. Hello? And so it finally got to the point where a couple weeks ago we had finished rehearsal, and he called me after to tell me something, and I was standing at my kitchen sink, and all he called me to say was, seriously? Is this really what your life is like? And I said, I tried to warn you.
I just read in the paper that John fired his attorney. What's the latest going on between you two?
I don't know. I have to get home and sort through all the emails.
That was something that we dealt with actually on every day-to-day basis. Yeah. She would come in the morning and she would get these emails almost every 15 minutes. And based on what emails she got, she would come back to the lesson. I'd look at her and be like, uh-oh. I lost her now.
I mean, I make light of it, but it's real, and it's difficult. And that's why I could give a 6-hour chunk of my day to Tony to teach me, and I was totally willing to learn, but I feel like a lot of the times what you saw coming across in our little package, as they called it, was just the result of the stress that I go through.
Very stressful. Really is.
Although we did have fun during the entire process. I know they didn't show that as much, but we really did have a blast.
I mean, he made me laugh to the point where I was literally rolling on the floor crying. I was laughing so hard. We had this strange communication. The one time it was just the other day, we were in the middle of dancing, and he stopped, and I went, and he goes, I know. And I said, what did I just say? He said, you knew you messed up, but you wanted to finish. And I was like, what?
That's when you know you spent a little too much time with the other person.
So I saw Jimmy Kimmel suggested that you be the next Bachelorette.
Yes. Are you available?
But this show has a very good track record for matchmaking. So you guys do something.
Our show makes unions that really last. We could do Win a Date with Kate.
Oh.
Good track record here, I swear. I don't know if it's because people get together on the air and they're too embarrassed to separate, but they stay together.
No pressure whatsoever.
No pressure. Think about it. Just putting it out there.
By the way, if your mom decides to do Dance with the Stars, I'd love to be her partner.
What about us? Can you teach us some moves?
Oh, absolutely.
I enjoy. I'm going to hang out with Kate, and we're going to watch you guys.
Yeah. We'll be your audience. You already danced with Kate.
No, come on. You could do this, Anderson.
He already danced.
No pressure.
Coming up next, the winner of Project Runway.